Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They start things off with a carry by Gibbs here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They'll take that 14 yards on play number 1.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
He had no sign of him cooling down at all.
Going back to Gibbs on first down. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. Still on his feet. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. 62 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Sentinels need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories. And you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do. And when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there. That nice opening drive because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. They'll start with the option. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Marshall. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Marshall. This short throw caught by Goddard. Finding space at the 40. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route. Just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Slot man moves right. On 1st and 10, Marshall. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Marshall. Open man there is Malone. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. How about this? They'll change it at the line. They'll send the tight end in motion left. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Back to throw. Marshall. This will be caught inside the 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 34. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with career touchdown number 60. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
More short pass here taken in by Laporta. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Seven, our score after 1. Second quarter now, Toronto in possession of the football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Gibbs straight ahead. Down the left sideline. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. 145 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
He went over 100 yards a week ago, and with that run, he does it again.
He's an absolute horse, a guy that eats carries. And what I mean by that, the more you hand it to him, the more the production you're going to get. A big-time performer.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. Another run for Gibbs here. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Play action. Here's Hurts. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab it.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being...
Touchdown! Devontae Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken the lead.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Throwing to start the drive. Marshall, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
I think what we're seeing from him means the future has arrived, because I think most teams are looking for that hybrid running back. The guy who can run it, of course, but who can catch it as well. And those catching skills, exactly why they chose him early in the draft.
And it's one thing to have a catch for 5-10 yards. It's another to be able to break off a long play like that.
Yeah, we saw it in college, his ability to spread out, catch the football. He's brought it to the NFL as well.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. He's up to the 20. And finally taken down to the 25-yard line. Hook up the 15 yards there. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And just shedding him off there. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Call that a gain of 11.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
And here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Gibbs will try and pick it up. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. They come up short here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call. That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season, and add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and they had their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
On first down, Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a lot.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Hurts.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Now a second and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jalen Hurts from 17 yards out. And his guys are going to take the lead. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled in Detroit. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Second and a couple.
Looking to throw. Marshall. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught at the 10-yard line.
And he will step out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And they'll send the tight end in motion. They go option right on 2nd and goal. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it will come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Oh, my, that's a heck of a tackle right there on 3rd down because they had to swing it out to the back and hope that he could make a play. But let's face it, in order for him to be there and be in that position, in order to make that play, he had to read his keys and not be fooled. Excellent job in the open field.
Johnson goes in motion left. On 4th down, Marshall. And it's going to be batted down and will go the other way with the football. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Drive starts with a run from Gibbs. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marshall. And he'll find Hall. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
There it is, a staple of most teams' playbooks, the angle route. A lot of times you want to take away that inside route by a back, but when they sell it like he's going to the flat, that is tough on inside linebackers. One false step, and that ball's completed.
On first down, Marshall. That's caught. It's Malone. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Throwing on first down, Marshall. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw. Marshall, flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. Marshall. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Marshall. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. A nice little juke. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Actually winds up getting 8 there.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
178 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Throwing is Hurts.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back to Toronto. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Jets are right back in this football game. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
To throw on 2nd down, Marshall. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 15. Flushed out right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Marshall. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Operating from the gun, Marshall. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line.
Aiden Hutchinson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs. Wow, and even 200 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Slide, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And he'll take this one down to the 36.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
They'll look to throw.
That is intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception. You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Now 2nd and 4.
He's back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Back to throw.
Connecting with Johnson. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Back to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
To throw on 3rd down. Marshall. That's to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.